One quiet evening in the little village of Moonvale, Luma, a 7-year-old girl with blonde curly hair and sparkling blue eyes, sat by her window, gazing at the sky. Stars sparkled above like glitter scattered across deep velvet. Suddenly, whoosh! A streak of gold zipped across the sky and vanished behind the whispering woods. A shooting star, Luma gasped, jumping up. But it didn't vanish like usual, it fell. That wasn't a wish star. That was a lost star, she whispered. Without hesitation, Luma grabbed her satchel, slipped on her sparkly shoes, and tiptoed out the door. The night air was cool and smelled of lavender. Fireflies danced as she made her way into the trees, where the real adventure began. The forest shimmered under moonlight. Trees bent like they were listening. "Hello," Luma called softly. A glowing trail sparkled ahead, tiny bits of stardust. She followed it through twisty roots and rustling leaves until she found Nova, a tiny, glowing tinny star stuck between the branches of a pine tree. "Oh no," said Luma gently, "you're hurt." Nova, the little star, blinked, then gave a soft sparkle sound, like wind chimes. Luma climbed up and helped free it. The moment she touched Nova, a tingle of warm magic ran through her fingers. "You're not just lost, you've fallen far from the sky," she said. Nova hovered nervously, dimming slightly. "Don't worry," said Luma. "I'll help you get home." Luma and Nova wandered deeper into the woods. Soon they heard snoring Bruno the Badger, a gentle, round-bellied badger with soft brown and white fur, kind eyes, and a calm, thoughtful voice. He wears a cozy teal scarf and always carries a little satchel filled with helpful things like snacks, maps, and a tiny telescope curled beneath a mushroom. "Bruno," Luma whispered, "I need help." Bruno opened one eye. "Stars falling, you say? Haven't heard that in years." He stood and dusted off his mossy vest. "If you're going to return Nova to the sky," he said, "you'll need the celestial stone at the top of Misty Hill. It shines a beam of light strong enough to carry a star back home." "Misty Hill?" Luma asked. "Is it far?" "Far and foggy," Bruno grumbled, "and guarded by the wisp." They reached the bottom of Misty Hill just as fog began to roll in. The air shimmered, and a whisper circled their ears. "I am the wind that dances and sings. Who dares to climb Misty Hill?" "It's me, Luma," the girl said bravely. "I'm helping Nova find the way home." Nova hovered beside her, pulsing softly. "I see your heart," said the wisp. "But to pass, you must answer this riddle. I rise but never fall. I glow but hold no flame. I guide the lost in darkest hours, yet I'm no candle's name. What am I?" Luma thought hard. Nova twirled in the air beside her. Then she smiled. "A star." The fog cleared. "Correct," whispered the wisp. "You may pass." The path opened like a ribbon of light through the clouds. At the top of Misty Hill stood the celestial stone, a smooth black rock with a silver spiral carved into it. Luma and Nova climbed up, hearts pounding. But just as they approached, the spiral started to glow, then suddenly dim. "Oh no," Bruno muttered. "The stone is fading." Nova posed nervously. "We are too late," Luma said, her voice small. But Nova floated forward and gently touched the spiral. A soft hum filled the air, and the spiral glowed again, brighter than ever. Luma, the little 7-year-old girl with blonde, curly hair and sparkling blue eyes, was holding little Nova the tiny star, climbed higher and higher up the ladder of light, each glowing step floating in the cool night air. Bruno huffed and puffed behind her, gripping the sides tightly. "I've never been so high," Bruno wheezed. "I can see the forest and the river, and was that my burrow?" Above them, the stars twinkled more brightly than ever, almost as if they were watching. And in the distance, a glowing nest rested on a bed of cloud. "The sky nest," Luma whispered. "We're almost there." But just as they stepped onto a soft cloud, a gust of cold wind blew out from behind the star. A shadow moved. From the edge of the cloud, a tall cloaked figure emerged. His long robe shimmered like storm clouds. His eyes glowed a pale blue. "Who dares bring back what was lost?" The voice was slow, echoing. Luma stepped forward, hugging Nova protectively. "I'm Luma. This is Bruno. We found this baby star Nova and we want to return it to the sky nest." The figure tilted his head. "No star has returned to the nest in 1,000 years. Not since I was left behind." Luma frowned. "Who are you?" The wind whispered the answer. "Umbra. I once guarded the stars," Umbra said. "But time forgot me, so I stayed in the shadows." Nova let out a soft whimper and blinked sadly at Umbra. Umbra's eyes softened. "Even now, this star still shines for me?" Luma nodded. "Maybe the stars never forgot you. Maybe they were just waiting for someone kind enough to come." Bruno, stepping beside Luma, opened his vest and pulled out a small glowing stone. "This is for you," he said. "It's a forest glowstone. They only light up when someone feels hope." The stone began to glow in Umbra's hands. His shadowy cloak began to lighten. I don't remember the last time I felt warm," he whispered. Nova floated toward him, blinking gently. "You can help again," Luma said. "Guide the stars. Keep them safe." Umbra closed his eyes. Then he stepped back and raised his hands. The clouds swirled open, and the sky nest appeared twinkling with hundreds of baby stars waiting to rise. Luma kissed Nova on the forehead. "You're home now." Nova twirled in the air, humming brightly, then floated gently down into the nest. The other baby stars welcomed Nova with glimmers of joy. Umbra bowed to Luma and Bruno. "Thank you. You've brought back the light, not just to the stars, but to me." Then, with a sweep of his cloak, he let the sky stars bursting to life, constellations sparkling in celebration. Wisp returned in a swirl of sparkles. "Ready to go home?" Luma and Bruno nodded. Wisp spun a breeze around them, and suddenly, they floated gently back down, 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 landing on the hill where it all began. The sky above was more brilliant than ever. Bruno looked up. "Do you think Nova can see us?" Luma smiled. "I think Nova's shining just for us." That night, every child in the village looked up at the stars, and in the brightest one of all, some say they saw a tiny wink. Nova had made it home, and Luma, she had learned that sometimes the smallest light can lead to the biggest adventure.